Kenda, we're so delighted to have you as a guest lecturer in our Luncheon Lecture Series on Adolescent Faith and Flourishing. And you just did a lecture around friendship, commitment, and integrity. And one of the questions I have is, what are the risks involved if we're going to talk about friendship and cultivating friendship with young people? What are some of those risks?
Yeah, that's a great question because, you know, I do think it's important that we have that we're intentional about friendship with young people. I don't think that we need to shy away from that. But we also need to be wise and discerning about how we understand what friendship means, how we understand what our responsibilities as adults are. So probably the two categories of risks that I can imagine being on people's minds. One is obviously boundaries, right? Boundaries are a real thing, and they are things that we have to take seriously. And in fact, one of the problems with the transactional nature of friendship in our culture is that friendship very easily slips into grooming or slips into manipulative forms of friendship because we want these friends to help us get what we want, right? And there are various levels of how diabolical that can become. And so, you know, that is completely off limits, right, in terms of actual friendship. And by actual friendship, I mean friendships that are predicated on the kind of freedom that allows the object of, you know, my friendship to completely ignore me if they want to. So boundaries would be one of them. The other one that comes to mind would be, you know, every youth leader has dealt with the issue of, okay, I need these volunteers to work with my kids, but that might not have been the volunteer I would have chosen. So there are people that have varying levels of skills when it comes to working with adolescents, and it's not just skills in terms of their ability to relate with youth, but different maturity levels. There are some adults that I want to be able to exercise some kind of moral leadership and faith leadership and so on with young people. There are some that I don't really think are there yet, right?
Right.
And so there's a way of being able to befriend young people that we have to be able to kind of parse out and be able to say, well, look, not every friendship looks alike. Right. Some friendships are part of the one-on-one mentoring kind of relationship. But there are other kinds of friendships that are much more generalized, that might be more of a kind of background kind of friendship or a more public space kind of friendship. Those are both safer kinds. You know, if you're trying to protect for the person who needs a little bit of encouragement to mature a little more before they become your primary youth ministry contact. So those are the two things that come to mind, is just how do you discern what role to put volunteers in, and how do you protect for boundaries that are absolutely essential to keep kids safe.
Thank you.